This is the first ever LEGO Star Wars set, and in this video, I'm going to unbox LEGO sets from 25 years ago and compare them to new and detailed ones to see how they have improved. Let the challenge begin. First, I have to scour the internet to find some of the most iconic LEGO Star Wars sets from before I was born. Alright, so I want to try to find some old sets that I already have the new version of, so let's start with the first ever set, the X-Wing. Oh wow, that's a lot. So next we're going to get the classic LEGO Clone Battle Pack. I'm going to try to find one sealed. This one's going for around 90. Comes with all the clone boys. Alright, we'll do that one. Now I also already have the new Luke's Landspeeder, so I want to try to find the old one. 85, that's not too bad. And then we're going to get the 2002 Jedi Starfighter, the Anakin's Pod Racer, and I'm going to go pick up the MTT from a guy who's selling me one online.
Let's see the goods. No way. Oh, that's awesome.
And we copped it. And now all we got to do is wait. Mom, the Legos are here. The first set I want to unbox is the first LEGO Star Wars Battle Pack, the Clone Trooper one. These are famous for the build your army theming, and so you can create epic battle, which we're gonna do. But first I have to build it. Alright, this thing's pretty simple. It has two of these plain troopers as well as a yellow one and one with these red highlights, which look really cool. 16 years after the original battle pack, LEGO released this new one, which is 2 times the cost, quadruple the size, and overall has a lot more than the original. And there are some glaring differences I'll get into, but I'm going to be focusing mainly on the clone half of it. First off, while the 2007 one has 2 regular clone troopers, this one has 3. The old ones also had helmet holes, but the guns are about the same. They also both have shock troopers, which look very cool, but the difference is there's no yellow guy. Why'd they cut out bro? As for speeders, I think the older one looks a lot cooler because, you know, you can actually use your imagination with both of these instead of having these dumb stud shooters. But the one up I'll give to the new one is that it comes with a defense base where you could use its parts for shields for your clone troopers. These clones may be very different, but they're all brothers on the field of battle. So I'm giving them a mission to blow up the ops. You got that, trooper?
So yes, sir. Move forward, men. Set up the fence. Send in the speeder. On it, sir. Kaboom. Yes, Rico. Kaboom.
Next, I want to build the oldest LEGO Star Wars set, the XWing Fighter, and then I want to compare it to the version that came out in the year 2020. And inside, there's the old instructions, as well as old advertisements, and this note from the official LEGO group. So let's build. This build is pretty legit. It's gray and comes with a Luke Skywalker and R2-D2 minifigure. I also like all the control panels and play features that are built in, and the way the wings open is through these Technic pieces. And now we gotta compare it to the 2020 version. Some of the noticeable differences are the minifigures from back in the day came in yellow while the new ones have more flesh tones, as well as the lightsabers, which used to be a lot shinier chrome. One thing that's more accurate about the old one is that R2-D2 is more packed away in the set, but with the new one, it's just much more accurate looking because it looks white like in the actual movie. The new one also comes with General Dodonna and Princess Leia as extra minifigures, and the old one comes with a special maintenance cart with this maintenance man and an extra pilot. I think the biggest difference is the way the wings open. The wing opening effect on the new one has a much better function than the old one, and overall it's much more durable for starfighter battles. So I think I'm gonna have to give the win to the new one. And now I want to build this old LEGO Landspeeder from the year 1999. And opening the box made me wonder if this is what the world smelled like 25 years ago. It smells old. It cost $7 back in the day and came with 2 minifigures. The hair literally was already on Luke's head. It also came with advertisements which are extremely nostalgic. Now let's build. And even though building it was pretty simple, it was nice because they didn't overdo it, which I think they did with the new version. The old one came with yellow-headed versions of Ben Kenobi and Luke Skywalker, while the new one came with Luke Skywalker, C-3PO, and a Jawa. And the biggest add-on I don't think was necessary was this little Tatooine cave, and the build just seemed to be more than what you need. And they gave Luke a poncho, which is really epic, and I also like the storage they have in the back, but it just feels so extra. Like, you don't need this much land speeder in my opinion. And even for what the 7 would be worth today, I feel like you're getting a much better value with the old set. So I'm gonna have to say the 1999 set is a much better value than the new Landspeeder. Next is Anakin Skywalker's Pod Racer, and this one's gonna be interesting.
Now this is Pod Racer.
Because they're about the same LEGO minifigures, except one has a really tall Anakin and one is a really short one, and the builds are also wildly different. And I don't have the box for the original set, but it is cool to see the evolution of LEGO with these sets, because with the old one, LEGO Anakin didn't even have short legs, but with the new one, Anakin has short legs, and Padme has the mid-scale legs, giving you a whole range of height. And obviously, the newer one is far more accurate, and also uses clear Technic bricks to connect the Pod Racer engines to the pod, and overall, I'd say it just looks much better in every way. And even though there's a 20-year age gap, you could definitely see the differences, and LEGO has definitely improved their design. So I'm gonna give this win to the 2019 version. Next is his old Jedi Starfighter that cost $20 back in 2002. It came with Obi-Wan Kenobi and his boy R4. Now I'm gonna pop open the new one and get to work. Now the old one held up pretty well and looks really good, but it just doesn't compare to the new one. The new one is sleeker, it's shinier, it's rounder, it has spare storage to put the astromech droid's body, and also a clip to hold Obi-Wan's lightsaber. But the best part of it is it also has a new Kamino and minifigure. And I think this is by far the easiest win for new LEGO Star Wars. Now all this might seem unfair to old LEGO Star Wars, but don't worry, because it's about to get a lot better for them. Why? Let's go to the LEGO store. So today is May 1st, which means all the new LEGO Star Wars sets are releasing, and 2 of them I have old versions of. The Droidka and the Droid Transport. The issue is, to get the Droid Transport, I have to spend $160 and I'll get it for free. So the challenge is I have to now spend $160 to get it. This shouldn't be too hard. All right, we've arrived. There's a bit of a line, but I'm sure we'll be able to get our sets. Yeah, can I get that one? And also that one. Yeah, I'm also gonna go over there and get that one. So we just got the haul. Let's go home and show you what we got. So this is what I got. I got these Star Wars brickheads with a goofy looking Jar Jar. We got this Droidka, as well as the Sith Infiltrator, as well as the Commander Cody brickheads. I'd also already hit the purchase minimum to get this set, but I just wanted this one anyway. Now let's compare Droid Carriers. Since I already have the old one, it was already built, and I did enjoy this set a lot. It comes with an exclusive print and 7 battle droids. And since this one's so old, they still use megafoam blasters and hold the blasters sideways. It's cool and definitely a blast from the past, but now I get to open the brand new one, and cracking it open is awesome, especially because it was free. And this one's also nice. Yo, look, they have printing. It's certainly a lot more rounded than the previous one, and it also comes with a 25 years of LEGO Star Wars plaque. Personally, I'm a big fan of the way they can unload because you don't have to unclip them and get the hands stuck to the bars like with the old one. So unfortunately for old LEGO Star Wars fans, the new one gets the dub. Now before we get into the $400 behemoth, I want to take a look at Droidkas. These are those destroyer droids from the Phantom Menace, and they are both really cool sets. The classic old one feels very much like a LEGO Technic robot and has cool cannon arms. Now putting this thing together was a nightmare because I had to use all old parts which were scattered about in a collection. But the end result is pretty cool, but you are able to roll them around even though it might be a little limited. And compared to the Droidka I just finished building, it holds up pretty well. The new one has some creative part usage like lipstick pieces for the eyes, but it can also roll up and has a lot of the main functionalities that the old one did, and also costs a bit more. And also is a bit smaller, which is a little disappointing. It almost looks like his little brother. Honestly, I like to think they're best friends in that they're gonna roll off into the sunset together. This was the big droid carrier from the prequels, and it holds a lot of these guys. First, I want to take a look at the 2007 one. This thing is huge. It came out for $100 and is loaded with features. For instance, you can lower the flaps, and there's this entire command station that pops out with gun racks, as well as an entire droid carrier that can carry around battle droids. It also has a removable cockpit and has a mechanism that when opened, it allows for 16 battle droids to come out. And then you could take them all out and line them up. There's also a droid kit in this set, and it was a really awesome army builder back then, especially for only $100. Now this next one is the new version, but it still came out 10 years ago in 2014. And this year had a lot of the greatest LEGO Star Wars sets to come out, which is why it's so surprising how disappointing this set is. First off, it's way smaller than the other one, and on top of that, its interior features just aren't as cool. It has some missiles on the side, which isn't entirely accurate, as well as some areas to use as control pads or a little mechanic station for a droid, and I'll even give it credit, it has a really cool feature where a staffed droid speeder can fly right out the back of it. But nothing is more disappointing than the fact that this troop transport set can only fit a grand total of 6 troopers. That's right, 6. That's hardly a battle droid squad, and can be fit on a single rack of the old set. This is one of the biggest disappointments ever to happen in LEGO Star Wars, and is proof that the old sets really can hold up in a lot of scenarios. Now, I've been a LEGO Star Wars fan as far as I can remember, and I've been collecting for a really long time. And a lot of people like to say LEGO Star Wars isn't like it was when I was a kid, or LEGO is trash now, or whatever it is. And I'm telling you right now, that's wrong. The sets right now are as good, if not better, than the old sets that came out back in the day for a number of reasons, and excluding the price and everything else, it's just so nice to know that someone out there is enjoying these as their childhood sets, and one day they're gonna be complaining about how they're nostalgic and their sets were better than the new ones, and it's gonna go on like that forever. But the truth is, LEGO does a really good job with these, and they spend a lot of time and care into them. For all the faults that these sets may have, especially the new ones, they are still really nice sets, and LEGO's builds have improved over the years. So go enjoy your LEGO sets. You don't need to buy an old one, buy the new one that's available today. And if it isn't available, we'll wait for LEGO to come out with a new one, because they eventually will. Happy building, God bless, and stay awesome.